And I've wanted to do reviews in the past, but with this one especially, there were literally zero. Right now, Sunday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, there are zero reviews on this controller, which is absolutely crazy to me. So I took one for the team. I'll be back shortly. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna talk about this Turtlebeach Stealth Ultra controller. Now, I wanna preface this by saying that I am not a review channel. I don't do reviews at all. I watch a lot of reviews, but I do buy a lot of technology. As you can see, I got a bunch of technology all over the place. But today I did get this controller in, and to be honest, when I pre-ordered it, nobody had any reviews on it at all. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order it anyway. But what I want to do is, here, let me get my blade, and then we'll cut it open. But what I want to do is I want to give other people the opportunity to kind of see it and get a review from an actual gamer. And obviously we'll be comparing it with the Elite 2. I mean, my favorite controller of all time. So, you know, I'll try to get a little makeshift camera setup so we can do this thing. Again, I do not do review videos. I'm recording this on my phone, and you know, let's see what it is. I want to give other guys the opportunity to be able to see this controller and get a review from an actual gamer. That way you don't have to spend $200 like I did just to kind of try it out. But hey, I'm willing to bite the bullet for the betterment of the gamers. Let's go. So here, again, I'm not a review channel. Hopefully this video, I'm pretty sure my camera is lined up, but I got this makeshift tripod setup thing. I don't know, but hopefully it works for you guys. If it doesn't, then I'll just re-record it. But all right, so here we go. We are opening the Turtlebeach Ultra Elite. I'm not gonna where's the scene? I'm not gonna play around with this. I'm gonna just open it up because Turtlebeach already put out a video of an unboxing, which is basically the only thing that they did. And like, I don't understand how me, a regular consumer, where I can just pre-order something and receive it before a regular review comes out for a reviewer. That's absolutely insane to me. And to be honest, I think gamers deserve better. So obviously this won't be a long-term review. I'll have to put out a second one because this is just an unboxing. My initial thoughts, the way it feels. We'll turn it on, try to change some settings, play with the screen, see what it looks like. Because I mean, really, we've never even seen the screen on and seen it in action. So we'll cut it open now. And wrong one, my bad. We'll cut it open now, you know, just to kind of see initial thoughts compared to obviously the Elite 2, because that's the flagship. Now, I am on PC. Now, I do have an Xbox as well, but I mean, the only thing I use my Xbox for is to play Rock Band, because like I switched to PC a couple of years ago. I build PCs as well, so if you need one built, get at me. I got you, bro. I got other gamers. I like taking care of the gamers, but I'm not the quintessential gamer. But my game of choice is Halo. So Halo is pretty much what I've been playing since I was 14. I'm damn near 40 now, but hey, that is what it is. So here we go. Open it up. Okay. Initial impressions, books and all that. I don't really care about that stuff. Put that out of here. Okay. Let's see. Let's open this thing up and we'll have it sitting right next to the Elite 2. Okay, they got it plasticed up. All right, let's get this thing out of here. Hopefully that's the base on this thing, because if not, this thing is chunky. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, so the base and the controller are in the same bag. Get this stuff out of here. I will say, first impressions, it does look pretty dope though. Not gonna lie. Pretty sure this is the charging cable. It doesn't come with a brick. I mean, I guess I get it, but I mean, damn, if it's $200, like, at least give me a power brick, you know? So my first impressions as far as the way it feels, for one, I don't like the fact that this base stand moves around. in the case. I like the Elite 2 because that one is in place, kind of stays in place. But, you know, that's just kind of nitpicking. Now, this here is where you put the wireless adapter when you connect it to your PC or your Xbox. So that way you can wirelessly connect it. And I'm pretty sure that's probably in here. Yeah. These feel like extra thumbsticks, but let's get this stuff open. Oh, these what? Wait, are these are thumbstick covers? I guess if you wanna make your thumbstick, if you wanna make your thumbsticks bigger, you can put these over the top. Like, that's not the adjustable thumbsticks that I originally. It said adjustable thumbsticks, but this definitely isn't what I had in mind as far as adjustable thumbsticks. I mean, these are adjustable thumbsticks. So right away, that kind of takes, you know, that takes a point. We don't really need to charge a cable right now. We'll just put that there. Let's open this thing up so we can see what it looks like. They wrapped it up tight enough. Okay, so I guess this is the adapter. That's the sync button, the same as if you would sync it to your Xbox. I like that. I mean, I also have, hold on real quick, I'll get the Xbox wireless adapter. All right, so this is the Xbox wireless adapter. I mean, it's pretty similar, to be honest with you, except the button for the Xbox wireless adapter is on the end and this button is in the middle. Now, from using the Xbox wireless adapter, if you use this on your PC, you really need to make sure it's on the front of your case, or I use it with my USB hub because it's easier to reach if you need to resync it. So the button being on the end really helps. It makes it a lot easier if you need to resync. This button being here, I get, but it's nitpicky though. It doesn't really matter because this button goes to the base station. This goes to the base station here. Looks pretty cool, you know. Controller can still sit on there and charge. So it looks pretty good. All right, so right now I think what I'm going to do is, and we'll take that off. We don't have any other plastic on it. Nope. Okay. What I can say, in my hand, it definitely feels, it's definitely lighter than the Elite 2. Definitely lighter. I'll be back. I'm gonna go grab my scale. Now it's a food scale, but it should still work. I'll go grab my scale. We'll throw this thing on the scale and see how much lighter it is than the Xbox adapter. I'll be back. All right, here we go. So first we'll weigh. Now I have it pounds and ounces. I'll do that first, and then we'll do it in like grams, so that way, you know, it can kind of be universal for everybody. So let's do the Elite 2 first. I know it's definitely heavier. So it's 11.7 ounces, which is 332 grams. Okay. Now let's do the Turtlebeach. 8.8 ounces. So definitely lighter. Let's switch to grams. Wow, 250-ish grams. So that's a big difference. That's a big difference, guys. A big difference in weight. Now, to be honest, I don't know if that's, you know, a good thing or a bad thing. Now, the big reason why I purchased this were for the Hall effect sticks. So my game of choice is Halo, and let me take this camera down really quickly because I want to show you guys, like, yes, I am a real gamer. Like, as you can see from this room, like, I'm a real gamer. You know, that's my setup over there. Herman Miller, that's my channel, obviously, but that's my Herman Miller chair, my Corsair Xeneon Flex 45-inch monitor, my 4090 custom built PC, and, you know, so yeah. So, oh yeah, my Alienware bag, love that thing. Like, I got a bunch of devices all over the place, but You know, I just want to let you guys know, like, this is coming from a real gamer, you know, not from a reviewer. So that way I'll kind of be able to let you guys know what I like about it, what I don't like about it. So, all right. So first impressions, holding it, it does feel good in the hands, I will say. The lightness feels good. It feels kind of cold to the touch. Now the box was kind of outside in the rain for a few minutes, but it feels really nice. Now the one thing that I will say about the Elite 2 is I kind of like the weight. Like, the weight makes it feel premium. And obviously the removable thumbsticks, I mean, that's who doesn't love that, and the removable D-pad, right? But this is probably but being honest though, remember, this is from a gamer. This is probably my, I don't know, 4th Elite 2, because one of the buttons always usually mess up. One of the left buttons or right buttons. For me, it's usually the right button because I reload with the right button. So I don't know, man. I just, they do have quality control issues. I will say that. You know, I think Xbox has extended the warranty out a year, but I mean, that is what it is. But who the hell wants to be without a controller and has to have a backup controller to be able to play while they warranty it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you pay $200. I paid $200 for this as soon as it came out as well. And, you know, I love it. Not gonna lie. I only use 2 paddles on the back. So what I'll say is these 4 buttons, because these are buttons, these aren't paddles, these aren't triggers, they are definitely buttons. What I can say is I do like the placement of them. I only use 2. Now, if you use 4 and you're coming from an Elite 2, and you have all 4 paddles on, which I can do that for you guys, so you can kind of see. You can kind of see. So this is, I think this is the wrong paddle. Wait, oh, there we go. I don't know how to put these bottom paddles on. I never put them on. I think this is the same paddle as this one. I've had multiple of these, so just cut me some slack. But hey, you see, obviously those are even 2 different colors. But if you play with 4 paddles, these paddles being here, for me, it always messed me up with 4 because my hands are so big. So I just only used 2. But if you use 4, it may be different, because on this Turtle Beach, one button is here and the other one is here, versus both buttons being here. So that'll probably be a learning curve if you use 4 paddles on the back. There aren't a lot of people that use 4 paddles on the back, but you know, I mean, some will. Obviously, some gamers game differently. But for me, I only use 2. But to be honest, I actually think I could use 4, because I only use 1 finger. That's why I didn't like trying to use 2, because I grip my controller like this. So I didn't like using 2 fingers for both paddles to have to go up and down, up and down. You know, it was just weird to me, because then it felt like the controller was flexing in my hand. But for these button placements are really nice, because I can use the same finger to press the button, versus having to use paddles here and paddles down here. Okay, so we have the trigger stops. Wow, that's almost like it almost feels like you're not even touching the trigger at all. So let me see if I can get this trigger motion on camera. So this trigger is unlocked. Let me move my finger so you can see that trigger travel. Okay, now this one here is locked. Look at that. I mean, it's barely like 2 millimeters, maybe. So that's a huge difference. Huge difference in trigger locks if you like trigger locks. Now I know these buttons, I've had controllers before. I don't usually play with my triggers locked, just because on Halo, the pacing of your shots is only a certain way anyway. So having trigger locks don't really help you shoot any faster. So it doesn't really give me an advantage, or I'm not at a disadvantage. So D-pad feels okay. I don't use the D-pad a lot on Halo. I just use it to ping. So it's not big for me. But you know, if you play fighting games, you may or may not like this D-pad, to be honest with you. You know, the Elite 2 has interchangeable D-pads, obviously, right? So you can kind of interchange your D-pads if that's what you like. You see this D-pad from the Elite 2 is a little bit closer to the Turtle Beach D-pad. Now for me, I like the regular 4. That's what I grew up with. So, you know, that's what I play with. If I need to go diagonal, which I never do because I don't really play a lot of fighting games. I mean, I have Mortal Kombat 1 and I'll play it from time to time, but I don't play a lot of fighting games. Now, back to the Turtlebeach. So, USB-C, trigger locks. It says it has a great battery life. I think it's 30 hours or 40 or something. I don't know. It'll probably be somewhere comparable to the Elite 2. So, I guess now is probably the time where I'll try to do this fake montage and get you guys some nice close-up shots and, you know, switch the video around. We'll see. I'll try that now, and then afterwards we'll turn it on and see what it looks like. All right, guys, so now it's time to turn this thing on for the first time. I did the montage and I didn't turn it on because I wanted to turn it on for the first time with you guys so you can kind of get the same experience that I got when I first turned it on. Really quick, my initial first thoughts again. It's really light in the hand. It feels good in the hand. Now, I have to say, this area back here is really, really phenomenal on the Elite 2. Because this whole area, as you can see, the controller is dirty because I use it every day. This whole area is really, really grippy. And it really, really complements your fingers to be able to stabilize the controller. Now, obviously, I hadn't played a game yet with this one. And I don't think it'll be a problem. It feels about the weight of a regular controller without the rumbles. I don't use the rumbles anyway because it throws off your aim, but feels like the weight of a regular controller, but I guess we'll see. But let's go ahead and turn it on for the first time. Okay. Looks pretty sweet coming on, I will admit. I mean, on my PC, I've done so many PCs and had so many with RGB and all of that. I took the RGB off of my other PC. So now I do have a lot of extra RGB over there, but the RGB on the PC, because the PC was on the desk, it was reflecting off of my screen, off of my monitor as I was playing. So it was really distracting. So I built this PC with no RGB at all. Now, I will say this RGB is really, really sweet. You can tell they really went into a lot of detail in the RGB because you can't see any of the lights, but you can also tell that they had battery life in mind. And the reason I say that is because if you look at how bright, okay, so it turned off. Hold on, let's turn it back on. So if you look at how bright the front of the controller is, the front RGB is, right? Look at how dim the back RGB is. So they made the back RGB dim because you wouldn't be looking at it, right? Like you'll be gaming. So basically everything that you can see is really vibrant. And if you love RGB, which I do love RGB, I've never had RGB on a controller, but because it's distracting, kind of hit me from the bottom of my eyes. But this is pretty sweet. I will say that it really is pretty sweet. I don't know how to use this screen. Maybe I may have to connect it first to be able to use it, because so it has a battery life symbol. Hopefully you can see that. It's look like it's 3 bars, 3 out of 4. So it gives you 25 percentile, gives you quarterly battery life updates. I'm pretty sure when you connect it, it may have a number with it. I'm not sure, but this touchscreen isn't working now. I'm pretty sure it's because I don't have it connected to anything. So I think what I'll do is I'll read the manual, connect it to my PC, and we'll get it turned on where I can use the screen, let you guys see what that's like. And we'll see how these Hall effect sticks work out. because these sticks, I know Hall effect is better because it's supposed to be, you know, less whatever, but and no stick drift. But for me, these thumbsticks feel so different than the thumbsticks on the Elite 2. The thumbsticks on the Elite 2 feel phenomenal. I mean, just absolutely phenomenal. That extra ring, you see that dirt that's collected? That's a good thing. The reason why is because you actually grip it. When you're trying to do things, you know, really differently, you can actually grip the controller. As your fingers, your thumbs are slipping off, you still have extra grip. On here, not so much, right? Like, it has grip around the ends, around the corners. If hopefully you can see that. They have grips here, but like, you're never gripping a controller around here. That doesn't really make sense, but it's really soft and slippery in the middle. So to be honest, I don't know how much I like that, but I guess these extra thumb grippers or whatever, I mean, this is some, not gonna lie, like, this is something that you get on eBay or Amazon for like $4, like, to put these over your thumbsticks. Like, I really thought it would be better than this, and I think, you know, things like this may be the reason why they didn't, you know, let people review. I don't know why. I don't know why they wouldn't let people review before, you know, before the controller came out. I looked for a review. The last thing that says Turtlebeach Ultra is 9 days ago, when Turtlebeach actually announced it and when they showed an unboxing. That's it. So, and that video was crap, by the way. It really was. So for me, I think for my first initial impressions, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm glad I purchased it, because with regular controllers with stick drift, and you only play FPS, you pretty much have to have a controller per year. Like, and I buy a new controller every single year anyway, to make sure that I have, one, the best, two, I have extras, because, you know, if I ever need, somebody ever needs one, if I need to loan one, if my kids need one, friends need one, whatever the case may be. But also because of the drift, the stick drift. So if I bought this controller, even with all the things, I hadn't used it yet, by the way, just a preface, I hadn't used it yet, but if I bought this controller and it lasts me 2 years with no stick drift, and you know, even if you have some slightly stick drift, most games have dead zones. So, you know, you can set dead zones to kind of help counteract stick drift, which is what we do with the Elite 2. But this controller would definitely be worth it, especially if it lasts anything over a year. I mean, if it lasts 2 years, I mean, you pretty much got your money's worth, 2 or 3 years, you know. But I think with the Hall effect sticks and with games having the proper dead zone controls now, this controller, as long as it doesn't have any QC issues, it'll probably last you a long time. The triggers are really smooth and really quiet. Let's see if you can hear that. All right, the D-pad. So all of these buttons are, except the power button, all of these other buttons are like mouse click buttons. I don't know what they're called, but I know Razer had a controller with mouse click buttons. I think Turtlebeach's last controller had the mouse clicks, but it's really, ooh, even the D-pad clicks feel better. Not gonna lie. I mean, the thumbstick clicks. So, okay, well, I'll get it connected and let's see what we can do. Also, this is going to be a really long video, and it's the first time I've ever done anything like this. So what I'll do is I'll put chapter markers so you guys can kind of skip through and get the parts that you need. But I really want to do a thorough review and test, and I am going to game on this. It is Sunday night, and I'm going to publish this tomorrow, but I do have to watch my Cowboys play tonight. But I don't care. I'll be up all night editing this video because I want to get this out. I want real gamers to know what this is like from a real gamer before you have to spend $200. I'm taking one for the team. I'm willing to take chances. I'm fortunate enough to be able to have a lot of tech, to be able to purchase a lot of tech. And I've wanted to do reviews in the past, but with this one especially, there were literally zero. Okay, guys, so we are back here at the PC, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this up so we can get this thing turned on and we can get it connected to see how the monitor and the screen works, because I think you have to have it connected for that to work, because the screen wasn't working. And I know it has to be touchscreen, so we'll just unravel this really quickly. It's a really long cable. If I had to guess, I'd probably say 10 feet or so. You know, which is really good if if you have your PC mounted way over here, but you want your controller docked over here, it makes a huge difference, especially when you have a big desk. So what I'll do is we'll plug this into my Corsair. We'll plug this into my Corsair mouse pad. So this is what I use to actually plug in my Xbox wireless adapter. I don't know if you can see that. This is where I plug in my Xbox wireless adapter. I almost had a camera issue. I told you I got a makeshift setup. This is where I use because it's easy. It's out in the open. To be honest, I can show you my PC. I don't like things plugged into the front of my PC. I know it's extra ports, and I'll use it if I need, say, a USB connected or something like that. If I need to re-download an image of Windows, whatever the case may be, or an external hard drive for a few minutes to transfer some files. But I like to keep my things as clean as possible if I can. So let's move this back. Okay. So I will plug this up so we can get this base station plugged up. We'll get it connected. I don't think, when I watched the Turtlebeach stuff, I don't think you had to do anything special. I don't want this on my keyboard. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. This out of the way since it's ugly. We'll put this right here. Okay. All right. So now we have it connected. We have the button. So now we'll turn it on again. You know what? Let me try to get some more light over here for you guys, because I don't. There we go. All right. So we'll turn the controller on again. We got our RGB. We have our Stealth Ultra logo. So I'm assuming that. So I just heard. Okay, so it's connected. So the only thing you have to do is plug this base station into your PC. It automatically connects. I don't know if it has any software or anything like that that you can configure on your PC, but I guess what I will do is I will look through the manuals real quick and I will find out, and I will be right back. Okay, so here we have the quick start guide, and we'll skim through this really quickly just to make sure that we don't have any software that we need to download. From my understanding, you don't have to. Everything you should be able to configure from the controller itself. Now that will be a change for me, because the Xbox accessories app is how I configure my Elite 2, even though I don't need to change my configurations anymore. But command display menu. So it seems as everything is done from the menu on the controller. Oh, so they do have an app. There it is, Control Center 2. So we'll get this downloaded, and we'll be right back. So as you guys can see, I've got the app opened up for the first time. I'm using my secondary monitor to kind of record, but as you can see, I put it on a charger. Let's see, let's let it focus in, and it says charging 19 minutes until full. That's pretty sweet. It gives you the percentage, 65%. Just thought I'd point that out really quickly. Now let's get back to the app. Okay, so we have the Turtlebeach app open. It says connect your devices. Now what I'm assuming is this is just your charger, and this adapter needs to be connected to the PC. That's what I'm assuming. Let's try to get this thing out of here, which is not. It's kind of difficult, but so I think this station here is just a place for you to charge it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this directly into the PC, and we'll see how it works out. But I'm gonna unplug this from the PC. I don't want them both plugged in at the same time. Okay, so now that adapter is plugged into the PC. Let me turn the camera. See, it should be blinking. It's blinking over there. So now we'll turn the controller on. turn the controller on and we'll see if it connects or if we need to do anything extra for it to connect. Okay, so it connects automatically to its, and I know you just saw the Stealth Ultra controller connected on the other screen. So, okay, all right. So now that we have this connected, you can see we have all of our options here, which is just choose a controller. Maybe if you have multiple controllers or multiple things. And I'm pretty sure Turtlebeach is, to be honest, I pre-ordered the Astro A50Xs as well. I'm pretty sure there'll be a bunch of reviews out on that before it actually comes out, but who knows? If they don't have a bunch of reviews, I'll do one for that too. Or if anybody who watches this, if you want me to do a real gamer review on those as well, hey, I'll be all for it. I don't mind helping the culture. So, all right. So we click on the controller. So it has automatic dead zones built in. Okay. So slot 1, we see dead zones, left stick, right trigger, right trigger. The response, we have standard. Do we click these or I don't know. Oh, do we need to use a control? So we have to use the controller to control the app. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, on my PC, now we also see I don't know if you can see it next to the battery symbol. It's a little wireless logo. It looks like a Wi-Fi symbol. And I think that means that it's connected to the PC. It's connected to everything that it needs to be connected to. But I don't know how I like the fact that you can't use your mouse to, like, I guess, I mean, you can use it to swap profiles. I guess you can use it to program buttons. So, okay. I mean, I guess that's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Now, you got dead zones. I guess you have to, I guess this is just the overview. That's why you can't use the mouse. Okay, makes sense. All right, I'm learning on the fly. Pretty much the same thing you guys would have to do if you bought this controller brand new, but you won't have to because I'll make the mistakes first and, you'll be able to figure it out afterwards. So let's see. I guess this is just our overview. Duh. Dead zones, response, our button mapping. Okay, cool. So we'll go to profiles. We'll click on profile 1. For me, I always name my profile Halo. Okay, why is it not doing anything? Do I need to press? I'm confused. Why is it not? So is it just profile 1, profile 2, profile 3? Can we not name the profiles? Can we not name them? Oh, there we go. Okay. That's a little bit complicated, but okay. All right. It didn't actually do anything. Oh, you have to rename it here. Gotcha. See, that's why I'm making these mistakes so you guys don't have to. Okay, I messed that up. I guess I got to hit save. Yeah, send to memory. Gotcha. So I guess we have to, everything after we make a change, we have to send it to the memory of the actual controller to make sure that the controller remembers what's going on. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. That's not that big. Why is it not send to memory? Okay, do we have to click slot 1? This is okay. All right. It's not a bad thing. I know they said you could do up to like 10 profiles or something, but this is like way too complex just to change the name of a profile. Luckily, I only use one profile anyway. I only use one profile, so I'm not gonna have this issue. But some of you guys may, if you play a lot of different genres of games, you may need to program different things in different settings, whatever the case may be. So this may be a problem. Okay, so you have to click rename profile, not send to memory. That's weird, but okay. All right, so we're in slot 1 now. This profile is active. We can see that here. We'll go to buttons. So for me, P1 is on the right side, so that would be for me. That's a jump for me. So that would be A. P2. I'm not gonna program P2 right now, just because I want to get used to. I want to grow accustomed to the controller itself first. This will be for me. What is this for me? Oh, this is sprint, so it's X for me. So all right. So A and X, which is my jump, and my sprint. That's what I use. But I would like my melee button to be back here as well. So I will probably more than likely program it to P2. I'll probably program it to P2 just because that's more comfortable. And okay, that's programmed. So hopefully when I click out of this, it saves. Okay, so sticks. So now we have dead zone. So look like they have standard, precision, fast. What does that mean? Left stick response. I'm pretty sure that's, ooh, hold on, wait. That definitely feels really, really smooth. Not gonna lie. Now, the one thing I will say really quickly, hold on. So the thing that set the Elite 2 apart from a lot of other controllers were just the removable thumbsticks, but the adjustable thumbsticks. Obviously, most of you guys, if you're a gamer, you probably know already, you can adjust the tension of these thumbsticks. So if you want it looser or if you want it tighter, that's what she said, then you can adjust the tension of the thumbsticks. You know, maybe in racing games, you want it nice and tight, but in shooting games, you want it loose for fluidity. So they don't have those here because obviously we can't even remove these thumbsticks, but I play on normal. So the tight tension I liked it, but it made my thumbs hurt after a while, after 5 or 6 hours of gaming straight first person shooters, fast switching. Like it just, my hands weren't used to it. So I just went back to normal, and normal is fine for me. If it's not for you, you may have issues. Hopefully you don't. But that is one of the advantages of the Elite 2. Now, so we have the stick response. Now I'm pretty sure so I guess precision. Let's see, let's go standard. So standard seems kind of like normal. I guess that's the normal stick response. Then we have precision. I'm pretty sure precision gives you more fine control, like it's a faster response. And then you have fast, which is probably just the most instant. So what I'll do is, you know what? Can I minimize this? Let's do this. Let's open up the Xbox accessories app so I can show you what the Elite 2 looks like what that programming looks like. I'm pretty sure I got to connect it first. Hold on, let me get the dongle. Okay, so I will plug the dongle for the Elite 2, the Xbox wireless adapter. I'm sorry, that's what it's actually called. We'll turn this on. Now, I've never had two controllers connected to my PC at the same time, but here we go. Both controllers connected. So that way, if you're playing racing games and you want to play with a friend on your PC, or if you want to connect your PC to like a theater room system, like I have in my theater room, if you want to play sports games, Madden, 2K, whatever the case may be, fighting games, you can do that on the same PC. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can, but hey. And yes, this is me. That's my baby picture. If you want to find me on Xbox Live, AKB slaying, that's me. Halo all the time. Okay, so this is my controller here. All right, this is my Elite 2. Now let's click configure. So these are World War Z. These are just some old profiles that I hadn't really used much, but I play legacy controls. That's a whole nother subject. So you see I have Halo Infinite here. Now if we go to edit, you can see this is where you edit the mapping: left stick, right stick, triggers, vibration, and color. So in left stick, you have the sensitivity curve, right? You have the sensitivity curve. Now this would be considered normal. Why does it keep moving? That's annoying. Stop it, please. This is considered normal. I guess I use the default sensitivity curve just because if I ever have to switch to another controller, I don't want to be pigeonholed into using the Elite 2 as far as the sensitivity curves. So usually I just adjust my things in game. So you got delayed, aggressive, instant, smooth. Now, the one thing that I'll say about the Xbox accessories app, right, is let's pay attention to right here. Okay. So let's maximize this so you guys can see the whole thing. Now, if you see this, it shows you here what your normal. So this is what the normal stick movement would be in the Xbox app. This is where you are. So it's delayed just a little bit, right? But it shows you what it actually means. So it shows you the delay. I don't think in the Turtle Beach app it does that, but let's switch back and see. So the Turtle Beach app just has standard, precision, and fast. Let's click on them and see. Wait. Oh, this is picking up the Xbox controller. Wait, what? Why? I mean, also you can see my right stick's off center already. You can see that, right? So that's the Xbox. And look, the thumbstick isn't even moving. So you have all of this dead zone, and the stick isn't even moving yet. The stick doesn't move until here, right? So you have all of this free area, and this is where the drift comes from. You see that? See that? That's not even moving. Thumbstick isn't even moving. Now I guess they have that circle for the buffer, but that buffer will throw you off in a precision shooting game. So I'm gonna turn this off so that way we can get back to turn it off. You just hold the power button for 10 seconds. Boom, that's off. Okay, so now let's see if we're back. So we're still not back to the Ultra. Okay, that's weird, but all right. Let's go back to overview. We'll click on the controller again to see if we profile buttons. Okay, so I hit Halo Infinite, but I guess it didn't save the buttons that I had set, which is fine, because I didn't hit save on anything like that. So, and then here I had X, right? So sticks again. Let's see, are we back? No, we are not back. Like, what is going on? Okay, this app, I don't think this app is made to have multiple controllers connected at the same time, which usually you wouldn't. You know, you wouldn't have multiple controllers connected. But first, let's click firmware and let's see, connect the controller via USB. Okay, so we'll update this thing real quick just to make sure that it has the latest firmware, and then we'll be right back. Even though I'm going to keep this rolling because I want to see how long an update takes. So with an Elite controller, an update takes about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, this looks like it'll be way faster than that. I mean, it's at 25% already. Okay, that's pretty sweet. I mean, you have to think this controller literally just came out. I don't even know when the release date was for this thing. Like, I don't know how I received it on a Sunday, December 10th. I have no idea. To be honest, it was not supposed to come out until the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. So I have it 5 days early. Why that is, I don't know. However, I will say I woke up and I saw an email and I saw the controller and I was like, wow, that seems pretty cool. Hall effect sticks, I'm sold. At the end of the day, at a minimum, I always have my Elite 2 to go back to if I need to. I don't really send things back because it's still an extra controller. So if I never use it, that means it'll never be anything wrong with it. But I thought it was doing some innovative things and I'd give it a try. So, all right, we are done updating. Let's click on the controller again. We have our, our overview. We have our profiles. Okay, my Halo Infinite is still set, but why is this not at the top? I don't know. It says profile slot 1, profile active, but I'm confused. I don't know which. All right, whatever. So let's go to buttons. Let's just program this button. A and then X for me. And we'll go back to sticks. Okay, so now we are working again with thumbsticks. So, and the reason that my video on here is it doesn't go to the top or the bottom of the screen is because I'm on a 45-inch ultra wide monitor. That's why you'll have black bars at the top and the bottom. More than likely, I'll probably zoom in around on the video anyway just to see. But okay, so we can see these sticks don't have any. When you move the stick, there's movement. Right, so if you can see my hands, let me unplug this. This should be wireless anyway. So when I move my stick, it moves. right? And it instantly snaps back to where it's supposed to be, right? So this will really let you know how precise your aim actually is. So now you don't have any mitigating factors. Now you will still have obviously ping and server lag and all of those kind of things. Those things will still be possible. You can't get rid of them because it's an online game. However, the controller and the latency is a huge part of why, which is why a lot of guys go wired. I don't use wired just because I use a wired headset because I want the best audio. However, I do not want to have wires and shit all over the place. It absolutely annoys the hell out of me. So I don't do that, which is also why I ordered the Astro A50X headset, which is supposed to come out sometime in 2024. Now, again, with that headset, it's wireless as well, but it works across all platforms. I don't do PlayStation, only Xbox and PC. I mean, I'll play some PlayStation games, whatever, but I would never buy a PlayStation. So with that being said, for me, the Astro A50X would be usable for multiple things based on audio. I can use it on my PC, right? I can have the base station in my theater room. So now when I want to play Rock Band, if I want to play it at night and I want to play the drums, I can connect it through HDMI to my theater room, Xbox. And now I have a wireless headset that I can literally enjoy my game in the middle of the night and not wake up the wife and kids. So, those things are great. Okay. So for dead zones, they're set to 5% automatically. Now, I don't know if that'll change anything. I'm gonna set them as low as possible. I don't like dead zones at all. The only time I use dead zones, it feels the same. I mean, 5% is really, really small. I think they probably put that 5% there just to give you a little bit of a buffer. Cause look, these Hall effect sticks are anti-drift, right? But they will eventually have some type of drift. It probably just won't be as fast or as predominant as a regular controller or an Elite 2 controller. So these sticks feel really smooth, not gonna lie. Now precision, to be honest, without me being in game, I can't tell the difference. So we'll switch over to the game and we'll kind of see what it feels like from there. I don't use trigger dead zones as well. Volume EQ, this stuff is for your volume button on the back. If you want to plug in a headset into the bottom of your controller, you can. This also gives you the Turtlebeach signature superhuman hearing, which I've used some iteration of it over the past where you had the adapter that connect to the bottom of the controller. It looked cool as hell, but did it really do anything? I would say that would probably be game specific, because superhuman hearing should only be used in first person shooters, and I guess third person shooters as well, but I think your mileage may vary based on what you need. You got signature bass boost, bass, triple boost. Okay, that's pretty much everything except the mids, and then vocal boost, signature sound. So I guess you can adjust this stuff. I don't need this because I use this mic. I use a studio mic and studio headphones for now, so I wouldn't use this as of now. But if somebody wants me to test it out, plug it in, and I can go straight to my PC, I can go to my XLR, or I can go to my sound card. We can see what it sounds like, and then we can compare it to this to check audio. If you like me to do that, just let me know. I can do that as well. Lighting. Okay, so this one is huge. This one is where we will have, why is the app seem like it's cut off? Like the app literally seems like let's close this app. We don't need it. Let's close the Microsoft Store. We don't need it. So we only need the Turtlebeach app. Okay. Why is the app like it's cut off at the bottom? It's really weird. I don't know if it's because this app isn't scaled. Here, we don't need this either. We don't need this. We only need this. You can see my chief in the background. You see my background. All right. I don't know why the app is like it's cut off though. It's really weird. Really, really, really weird. Like, why are these things down here why are they not in the app? So let's minimize this and let's see. The app has a weird effect. You see that? This isn't even, so on this 45-inch screen, this may be 17 inches, maybe 17 inches across, and like a 16 by 10, not a 16 by 9. But if I stretch this out, like, you lose some of the, like, why would they make the app like this? Okay, let's go to settings. Let's see. Okay, they don't really have anything. I don't know why they would make the app like that. Look, my button still didn't save. I don't know how to save those. I'll figure that out later. Well, you know what? Let's figure it out now, because I guess that's the whole point of the review, to try to figure this out for you guys. So hold to reset, select back. And we're still device memory profile 1, slot 1. Sticks, put these to 0. We'll leave them on standard for now. Triggers 0. Audio, lighting. So right now it has, what I will do is I'll turn some of these lights off so you guys can see what this controller looks like at night. So you can see, we can change these RGB effects at night. Give me a sec. All right, so obviously I don't have all my lights off, because like I have a 32-inch monitor and a 45-inch, so they're gonna emit light. Also, I have my key lights on because I need to be able to see, but you can kind of see what this looks like at night. So what I'll do is we'll click around on some colors so you guys can see what it looks like. It's only showing it on the screen. Why is it not changing on the controller? Why is it not changing on the controller? I don't know. That's weird. That's really weird. So let's go vibration. Yeah, that's a no-go. I don't do any vibration at all. I do not do vibration at all. So system. So you got the LED brightness, screen timeout. Okay, in minutes. That's pretty cool. And the sleep timer. I'll do 5 minutes. I mean, if I'm not touching my controller in 5 minutes, then more than likely I've probably forgotten it was on in the first place. Charge LED brightness. That's pretty cool. They have a calibration. What do you calibrate? The LEDs? I don't know. Let's just do this calibration so you guys can see what it looks like. Move sticks and triggers fully several times to calibrate. Okay, so we'll just move it up and down, left and right. Time for the right stick. Left trigger, right trigger. Oh, those things are lightning fast. All right, so let's turn these trigger stops on both so we can see. So you see the speed of the trigger stops, right? All right, now I'll turn the trigger stop off on the left side. So we'll see. Now, I'm not slowing this down, but 100% the trigger stop on the right is faster. 100%. The one that's actually stopped. It's definitely faster. If I had to guess, I'd probably say double the speed. Just because of the travel distance versus that. So I think on this controller, I might actually use the trigger stops. I'll definitely give it a try, because this is the trigger finger. This is for grenades for me. I don't use this to zoom in, so we don't necessarily need that on Halo. So okay, so this stuff seems pretty calibrated to me. I mean, this thing is, what I will say is the app is pretty sweet, because the app lets you know if you have stick drift, which is okay, right? Because it's like, now that you know you have stick drift, you can navigate around that within the game settings. All right, so firmware, we already did firmware update, but how do you save? That's what I'm wondering. So we got system, vibration. Let's go back to lighting. Well, I went to begin calibration, but what happens once you calibrate? I mean, I moved everything. And okay, I don't know if anything happened, but I guess we'll see. Left impulse trigger. What is that? What is impulse trigger? Oh, that's vibration. Oh no, turn it off. See, and I keep having to change these settings. It's weird. I guess once you get it set up, it'll be fine. So let's try some of these effects. So on the screen, it doesn't show it on the controller yet. We'll look at it, what it looks like on screen. We'll go ahead and maximize this. But I can't. This app is so terrible. Like, the scaling of this app is absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put it in the center and I'll blow it up on video so you guys can kind of see it in full picture in picture. But so these different colors seem pretty sweet, not gonna lie. We'll go through each one. Me, I would probably use that one because it's subtle, kind of matches my setup. Red and blue is dope though, not gonna lie. I might mess with that one. So we'll kind of just slowly click through each one. So if it's one that you want to see, and we're also on the breathing effect, not the color cycle. That's just red, orange, yellow, green, blue, light blue, pink, purple, and green, or nothing. Okay, so I probably use nothing because I don't know. I may use something for a while just to let it cool. I may set it up, but I don't really go for the whole gamerish aesthetic with my setup. My gaming stuff is over by the TV, even though I don't game over there. This is more like because this is my studio as well, so I kind of like to do a little bit of both. So let's see, color cycle. Let's see what colors are cycling through. So it's just cycling the same color, unless you probably put like this, just a full RGB. Okay, well, it's pretty cool. All right, linear pulse. We'll go back to this one because this is a default. All right, what's dynamic? Maybe dynamic makes it brighter. I'm not sure. And then you have the effect speed. You can slow, medium, fast. That's pretty cool. It gives you a bunch. It gives you some pretty good options. Hey, it's better than some motherboard manufacturers do. I can tell you that. Looking at you, fucking RGB Fusion 2.0, terrible, by the way. Looking at you. All right. Okay, so we'll get out of the colors. Let's go back to vibration. See, nothing ever say. How do you? Yo, this is annoying me now. It's annoying me. All right. Profiles. So profile 1, even though I thought I changed that. Send to memory. Maybe I have to click on a slot. Hold on. Let's go to Halo 1. Let's click on slot 1. Okay, so you have to click on which slot you want each one to be in. And why is this profile 1 still here, even though that's not? Well, wait, how is profile 1 and Halo Infinite both in slot 1? All of these are reading slot 1. That's weird, but maybe you can have different profile set up in the slots. I'm not sure, but we'll just roll with this one really quick. Okay, so those did save. We'll put my dead zones to 0. Triggers 0, 0. Audio, I don't need that. Lighting, for you guys, I'm gonna leave it on, but I'll change the color to something a little bit different. Let's do a color cycle. Do a medium speed. That way you guys can kind of see it. Vibration, no vibration for me. System, LED bright. We'll leave all this stuff is exactly the same. Oh, they have different power modes: eco, balanced, full, and custom. I'll just do full. I mean, I'll never be gaming more than 6-7 hours at a time anyway, so we'll just do full. Firmware, we did that already. So profiles. This vibration is actually not that bad. It's not. It feels like vibration. It doesn't feel like a rumble. The Xbox controls, because it has the vibrating, the rumble stick, you feel the difference in the rumble. And I never really liked it. Like, it didn't really vibrate. Like, this more so vibrates like a phone, which I like. And I think you guys will like it as well, especially if you use vibrate. It's pretty cool, but for now, I'll leave it. I'll turn it off for now because I don't use vibration. I'm not gonna lie. So it looked like you can use left button and right button to slide through the menus. Oh, so that was just the left side? Holy shit. You know what? Let's leave both of these vibrations all the way up. I want to see what this feels like. Full triggers. No. I don't need any vibration in my triggers. That's just annoying. Okay, so vibration will press B. Lighting. So this screen isn't touch screen. It's not touchscreen. I don't know why I thought it was. I guess we're in the touchscreen phone age, so I just assumed that it was touchscreen, which was, you know, my ignorance, I guess. So we'll do color. Now this is pretty sweet. This is pretty sweet because you can change the color and you can see the color instantly as you change it. You can see it instantly. See that? Which that is pretty cool. They also have more colors. They have solid colors as well. I think you can go. Let's see. I think I'll just stick with this one. Press B. We'll go to the effects. Linear pulse, dynamic, static, breathing, color cycle. Okay. That's pretty cool. So let's look at linear pulse. So linear pulse is just obviously it pulsing. That's pretty sweet. All right, so let's do dynamic. I think dynamic just means at its brightest, where it looks its fullest. We'll go to static. Static, well, no, I think so. Dynamic is a little bit, it's not quite as bright as static is. Static is the brightest. That's by far the brightest. Dynamic is probably 20% less bright than static, if I had to put a number to it. Okay, so breathing, let's see what that looks like. Pretty cool. Breathing, I love the breathing effects. They're pretty dope. Color cycle, I think color cycle would probably do the rainbow and color through all the RGB puke, but I never use that anyway. Linear pulse, I think, so we're starting over again. Okay, so right now we'll leave it on color cycle so you guys can see it. Okay, we'll leave it on color cycle. So once you leave it there, you don't press A to select it. You just press B to go back. Okay, maybe I didn't. I should have pressed A to select it because color cycle, linear pulse, dynamic. We'll leave it on color cycling. And effect speed, we'll put it on fast so you guys can see it. Okay, so that's the lighting. App link. So you can connect this through the app from your phone and connect it to, I guess, so you can see text messages or something. Now I rock with Apple, so I have a 15 Pro Max. Now I don't know if that'll work with this. Maybe it will. I do have Androids too that I can connect just to see if it works, but I guess for now I'll just try to download the app with Apple and we'll try to connect it and see if it works. Let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, so slow moment. I can't do that, and the reason why is because my phone is being used to record this video. So we see the menu. What do I press to get to the menu? Okay, so this is the screenshot button. I'm not used to this because do we have a screenshot button on here? We don't have a screenshot button on the Elite 2. So I'm not used to having a screenshot button. We only have the button to change between the 3 profiles. So this is the screenshot button. This plus button down here. So I guess the plus button is basically how you get to the menu. And you can use the D-pad. Can you use the thumbsticks? No. So you need to use the D-pads to be able to connect. It's also how you change between your color profiles. So this is definitely going to be a learning curve, but I mean, most people will probably get it set to where they want, and then they'll just kind of leave it for a while. That color pulse is really dope though. I'm not gonna lie. That RGB change, the RGB on here is really, really high quality RGB lighting. Not gonna lie. All right. So let's press this plus button. Back. So we have to connect the app link. I can't use the app link because I'm using the phone. We'll go to it anyway. So pairing. Okay, so I guess right now it's in Bluetooth mode. It's pairing. Now I will connect it to the phone and I'll record it. I'll go grab a second phone and we'll record it just to see what it looks like. but we'll get out of that as of now. All right, so pairing, can we turn it off? No. Okay, we'll just leave it blinking. Connect, that's your controller. Then you have system, firmware. So I guess you can update your firmware, connect to the app to update. Wait. Okay, so that was firmware update for the app, not the controller. Now this controller says current version 1.0.0. This says the latest release was version 1.0.3. So the transceiver received an update. At least I connected the controller already and did the that's what I thought I was updating the firmware for, but maybe it was the receiver. So we'll do the controller really quickly. We'll connect that. Oh, I gotta unplug the receiver. Okay, so now the controller is connected. We'll go to firmware. So we'll go ahead and the transceiver updated. So we need, why won't they update at the same time? Turtlebeach. Come on, man. Let's like it's about to be 2024. Why am I having to update the transceiver separately from the controller? Crazy. Doesn't make sense at all. Why not make it where the transceiver is plugged in, right? I sit the controller down and they both update at the same time. Really good idea, huh? Come on now. All right, so it's updating and it does give you percentage on the controller itself. It says updating 5%, 6%, do not turn off controller. That's pretty sweet. But this is definitely taking a lot longer to update than the transceiver did. So I'll fast forward through it, but I will leave it rolling just to see how long it takes. Usually with the Elite 2, it usually takes about a minute to 2 minutes for it to update, depending on the update. But I'll also turn the lights back on so we can see the controller a little bit better. Had to turn the brightness down a bit because I don't want to blind you guys with the light right behind it. So here, let's try to move this out of the way. Again, I don't do review. I've never done a review video at all. I do content that's not like reviews. I do, I mean, granted, I do play games and I do stream from time to time, but my content is more, relationships, videos, men improvement, women improvement, that kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, you can stick around. But if not, you came here just for this. I appreciate you watching it. And I'm just trying to help out the culture. Okay, guys. So the update is done. Now, once the update was done, I unplugged it from the PC and the receiver is still plugged into it and it automatically switched back over to wireless connection almost instantly. It was maybe 2 or 3 seconds. So what I think is it's easier. So I press this plus button. I see Y and A, and maybe that's to go up or go down. Yeah. So let's just press B. Yeah. So that's how you get to the main menu. Now this says social. So I guess you can connect your Discord to it. I don't use Discord. I use Xbox Game Bar. Profiles. So you can switch your profiles and all of that stuff. So, okay. That's pretty sweet. Now I'm hoping that these things saved, but I guess we'll find out. So now let's go. We'll close this app. We'll go in game to see, now. And that way I'll be able to tell how it feels. I'll swap between the two controllers. And because I've been using the Elite 2 for so long, this is going to be my baseline. So I'll make sure that, I kind of let you guys know what's going on. Now, I don't play with, even though I'm on PC, I don't play mouse and keys. I only play controller. So sometimes I gotta hit enter with my mouse instead of the controller. I don't know. It's weird. This thing really is light in the hand. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I like the heft of the Elite 2 because it felt premium, but who knows? I mean, after a few hours, okay, so everything is working properly. All right. So what we'll do now is we'll just go into Academy. I'll go into a training mode and I'll just kind of shoot around with the bots. I won't let them shoot me back. That way we'll change the map. I always train on live fire. I don't know, just because it's the smallest, you don't have to run around as much. So I will leave this video so we can kind of see my hands at the same time as I'm actually playing. Okay, I still don't have any. So I do still have drift. You see that? So there is drift. Look, I'm not touching the controller and I'm moving back. All right. Okay, so my P3 button is not working. Maybe I programmed it to the wrong button. So I programmed it to P3. It needs to be P4. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna pause this game and let's try to do it through the controller itself. So it has A and Y. I guess A is, I don't know what A is. Maybe that's like your sound if you have anything hooked up, because I see the mic and EQ. So I'm gonna go Y. That's takes me to my settings. So we'll go to buttons. P4. P4 is the one I want for X. So we'll press A. Well, I guess that doesn't do anything. So we leave it on X and press B. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. This one we'll change it to none. A precision aim. I don't know if maybe that's something that slows you down. You know what? Let's turn it on so we can see what it is. Oh, so you control it for D-pads and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Now, I don't know what pro aim is, but pro aim level. Wow. Okay. We'll leave it at, we'll turn it up to the highest so we can actually see if it works. So that's P3. So we'll get out of that. Which one is P3? Okay, this one. So it's my left hand. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll get out of this. We'll get back into the game. All right, first, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to change these. I'm going to change these training options to put it to where the ranked stuff is. I'm sorry for this real quick. Equipment, yeah, we'll do grapple shots so I can move around the map fast. Deathless will go on. Friendly bots, we can turn those off. I wish they would have a way where, like custom games, you can kind of set this up where it stays the same. Movement difficulty, we'll do Spartan. No, let's make sure. We'll turn bot shooting off and the grenades off. So that way, you know, they're not like just shooting the shit out of me. All right, so let's see. So we do have drift. We do have just a little bit, right? Which, I mean, that's to be expected. Like you will have some, but I don't know why this audio isn't working. Let me check that and I'll be right back. All right, so okay, so we are back here. Now, why you gotta try to beat me down, bro? So let's look. Strafe it feels pretty good. These clicks, what I can say is these clicks on the back, I kind of like these better. They're really soft and subtle. So what it seems like is they won't hurt my fingers after hours and hours of playing. They really won't. The thumbsticks feel really weird though compared to these because they're so much bigger. I am definitely like, hopefully my aim doesn't take a dip, you know, but I guess we'll see. Now I have the pro aim set to P3. I'm going to try to see what that is. Maybe we might have to read the manual to see, you know, I'm not sure. I don't know. Now let's see. I think maybe if it slows your dead zone down or something. I don't know. All right, let's go back to pro aim and see what that is. Let's see if we can. 3 is pro aim. We have it all the way up, but I don't know what it does in the first place. So I mean, if you need to use an extra button to aim, you probably can't aim in the first place. So right now we'll just turn that off, because to be honest, I didn't feel any difference with it. Okay. Okay, so once you press the start button, it kind of takes you out so you can use the buttons for your menu, right? Then you would press Oh, you can change the social alert color, charging LEDs, power mode. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Social profiles. You can switch. This is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie that you can do all of this on the fly and you don't need the app. I don't know on the PC if you 100% have to have the app, but I don't know. I guess we'll find that out one way or the other. And then you press the plus button. So when you are in the settings mode, it changes the LEDs. So you see the color of the RGB. This lets me know I'm in settings mode. So my controller won't do anything. Press the button again. You go back to your regular game mode. Okay. Now I guess because of the dead zones were at 5, and we have just a little bit of drift. So I'll go. Let's go change the dead zones. Access mapping. So even though I have A mapped to my back paddle P1, it doesn't work as an A input while you're in the settings. Just so you know. All right, so access mapping, left stick, dead zones. So you can set the dead zones as high as you want, but we'll do 5%. That's what they had them on, 5%. So we'll do that. All right, now we'll just press this button and go back to the game and see if we have any stick drift. So as you can see now, that 5% stopped stick drift. Now in this game, I have my dead zones. So in Halo, trigger dead zones, these are all stock, but my move and center thumbstick dead zones are all at 0, besides A axle on the move because I had a little bit of drift. So we'll put this one at 0 as well and see if we have any drift. So we do still have just a little bit of back drift, which is why I had it there in the first place. So we'll go to controller. We'll go back to my move, and we'll go back to, we'll set it back to 3 because that's where it was. Okay, so as of now, we don't have any stick drift. It seems pretty, pretty snappy, but it feels really weird though. It feels really weird. More than likely, I'll probably have to adjust the I'll probably have to adjust my sensitivities in game, because your sensitivities are based on the game, your brain, your thumbs, and the controller. Also, whatever size monitor you play on. So the bigger the monitor, more than likely the smaller, the lower your sensitivities will be. The smaller the monitor, the higher your sensitivities will be to get the same effect. So I guess I'll play around with this a bit. So what I'll do is I will play this. I will play the game tonight. Like I said, I gotta watch 30 minutes. But I will play the game tonight, and we will see how it is. I will, see how it feels in game. I mean, it feels good now, but then again, nobody's shooting at me, and I'm not like playing real people. I'm playing bots, so it can get really difficult. Playing against real people after you change something, especially in ranked. But we'll see. I guess I will play around with this, and I will get you guys another review to see, so you guys can kind of see. But I will say this though, the snap. So like, it's gonna take some adjustment to be able to aim this way, right? To be able to have like smooth aim. Let's say, for example, I'm going around a corner, right? And I'm peeking this corner slow, and I have to use now. Okay, I don't play. I have to say this. I play on Legacy thumbsticks, but what Legacy means is, I know default thumbsticks, you move with the right stick, you move left and right, so you strafe. No, wait. Default, you move with this and you look with this. So default, like, you move forwards and backwards, and so we'll go out. So default, you turn left and, okay. Default and Legacy, the x-axis is swapped. The x-axis is the horizontal axis, left and right. So here, you move forward left and right with default, But when you look left, but with this thumbstick on default, you strafe. So most people strafe with their left stick. I don't. I strafe with my right stick, and I look up and down with my right stick. I know it's weird. I've been playing like this since I was 4. I've been playing like this over 20 years, since the first Halo. It felt the most natural to me coming from Nintendo 64, coming from GoldenEye. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to turn up my sensitivities, because if I feel like I'm moving slower. Like I feel like I'm moving slower, I'm turning slower. But I won't adjust anything now because I'm not fully in game. And I don't want it to throw my shot off, which, I mean, changing controllers is always gonna throw your shot off in the first place, so we'll see. But I play on, so when you see me play, yes, it's gonna be weird. I strafe with my right stick, and I look left and right with my left stick. So that's the difference on mine. So I look up and down, right stick, and I look up and down, right stick, and left and right with the left stick. So I know that's super weird, but so initial impressions before I've actually gamed on it, the fact that you can make all of these adjustments right here on the controller itself, really, really sweet. I'm not gonna lie, really, really sweet. The fact that you can't change the thumbsticks, I don't like that. I think that you should be able to change the thumbsticks now on any ultra premium control. This is called the Stealth Ultra. So any ultra premium controller, right? This is supposed to be an ultra premium controller. It's $200, so it's a premium controller. As of now, do I think it's worth the $200? I say yes. However, I guess we'll have to see after I game, and what I'll do is every week I'll make some reviews, and I'll use this controller exclusively. I'll use this exclusively. I won't use it's gonna be really difficult for me not to go back to this thing, not gonna lie. But what I will do is, for you guys, I will do this. I will use this controller exclusively, and I will put out a video after every single game session. To let you guys know how my thoughts, how I feel. Wait, what was that? Why did I fly up so high? That was weird. But my thoughts, how I feel, what this thing feels like. It feels like, if I had to compare the thumbstick tension, it's tighter. It's definitely tighter than the Elite 2, but I think I'm playing the Elite 2 on the loosest setting. That's why. So the Elite 2 comes medium tension, which is the normal controller stick tension, but I have it looser because I want more fluidity. Now this one feels a little bit tighter. That's why I said it feels like I'm moving slower. So I'm definitely going to have to bump up my dead zones. Not having my start button here is weird. I'm not gonna, if you see my thumb, I keep trying to press the start button, but it's way up here because they have this screen. If you see this start button is literally right here. So that's what I'm used to. So I'll keep doing that for a while, and I'll be like, what am I doing? I have to look down. So that's the start button there. So what I'll do is, starting off, I'll probably just turn up my look Excel. I'll probably just turn that up to 3, and hopefully maybe that'll make it feel a little bit better. It doesn't. It still feels like I'm moving slow. I still feel really, really sluggish. But I mean, that is what it is. I mean, that's something that I'll just have to get used to, which is why I've been pigeonholed into this controller for so long. So we'll see after, a week, a couple of weeks, if I stuck with this controller to actually use, or if it just becomes a pretty paperwork and I'll just sit it off over somewhere and set up the lights and never use it again. I highly doubt that, because I do like the fact that you can change everything on the controller itself. You don't have to do anything extra. But all right, guys, so this has been your boy AKB Slaying. This is what I do. I play Halo, ranked, unranked. I play a whole bunch of different things, but ranked is my main cup of tea. And I mean, if you guys play Halo, look me up, man. I don't know. I think I'm like B3, B4, whatever. So if you need to, skill level doesn't really matter, but I mean, you gotta at least be probably to play with me, you probably at least got to be a platinum, probably a high, mid to high plat. Anything lower than that, and you'll probably struggle. You'll probably struggle in game against the competition. And then I'll have to like carry too hard. I don't really like to do that. I just like to carry my own weight. I don't want to carry dead weight. So with that being said, I will let you guys know how I feel about it and get back to you later. Peace.